So now we're starting the project of repairing the autopilot. Everything here was fastened with the zip ties because that thing over here has broken. So I guess I will, if I could do that, I could just 3D print a new one. So I put it all apart, and looks like we missed this kind of thing. So yeah, somebody just broken it, and so they put a lot of zip ties to make the autopilot working. So that's where we are with our project. We've got the main shaft, that's the stand, and here we got those two screws. I'll also check what's inside, if I could put some grease over there. So this looks surprisingly good. So as you can see, it's completely dry in here. I'll put some grease here and I'll clean it a little bit because it looks like really dirty. So I took this thing out of the housing, and apparently there is another planetary speed gear inside. So now I need to be really careful not to lose any of those parts. So I took this up, and there is another one inside, but this one is very tiny and it looks very, very clean. So I'm just leave it as it is now. So this surface over here is a little bit rough. I'm using the sandpaper 1000 to smooth it a little. Okay, now we can put it all together back as it was. So I got here Autohelm. Apparently this is much better than regular grease. We wasn't supposed to use the grease because there are plastic parts over here, so the grease may damage the parts. my 3D printed mounting is mounted already. I'm still trying to figure it out. How does it work? Probably I just assembled it in the wrong way. I just need to think about it, how to do it. So I finally figured out how was it supposed to work. So we got here a small step for the foot, and as you turn it, it was supposed to go up or down. The engine was supposed to go up and down, and then put the tension on this belt, which is good. They put a little pin over here, and this pin was supposed to go here, and as you turn this, that should keep straight the engine. But so I think there's a little bit of design flow error, because that pin keeps the weight of this, which is like half kilo, maybe 1 kilo, or maybe even more. And of course it broke here this small circle, and also here you got two small gaps, and these gaps should follow those gaps over here, the small pins, and that should keep the engine straight. That's something was like too optimistic about this thing, so I'm going to design it much better and 3D print it. So this is the version 2 of the housing. That's how does it look like. Here we're gonna put the stand for the engine, for the motor. The pin will go over here, and here we got a little hole to put the screw, and the screw will just straighten the motor. So let's install. So I tried to mount it, and I made one mistake. So I made those two walls thinner than it was supposed to be, just because I made here the space for this ring to have it was supposed to be just there, right? It would be perfect, but I didn't realize that I also need to put through this guy here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut here this thing over here, and I'll make the space to put this guy and this guy through this space. Right, let's do it. So this is how it would look like after the modification. The entrance to the housing for this circle thing looks like good. Alright, let's mount it. So we get it working. I would call it version beta. So we got this handle here. You can release the tension, and now it's really loose. And then you could increase the tension, and now it's really tight. You can even more increase the tension. If that wouldn't be enough, then you have this bolt here, where this bolt is actually pushing the motor this direction, so it increases the tension. Very good. So I'll still work on this design, because it looks really creepy right now, but it's working. For now, it's the most important. Great. I just need to open this guy, because there is something flying inside, so I'm sure it shouldn't be like this. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's what we have inside. So it should be like this, because it's a sensor. Alright. Okay, it has the sensor for the angle. Okay. Anyways, I think in the nearest future I'm going to make a new control for myself, because I'm pretty sure that this guy is really old and I'm not sure how long will it last. There's one more thing I need to do. That's how the wire looks like, and I think I'll just do it a little bit better. Holy shit! It was already destroyed. Okay, so I think we could do it even better. So that thing fell apart already when I moved it a little bit. So I think it was just right time for changes in this rig. So obviously after first attempt I made a small mistake over here. Well, this should be 2 millimeters. That's this space is like 2 millimeters smaller than I thought, than I calculated, that I measured. So I just need to move this part like 2 millimeters here, and I will need to move it a little bit up just because this guy over here. So my fitting still is not perfect. I just cut it over here. I don't want to print it third time, especially that it's just temporary. So I'll put the screws over there, and I'm going to mount it. So the autopilot is well fastened here. It's much better than it used to be, and it's not maybe perfect, but it looks good. It's just holds tight right here. Here is my motor for the autopilot. This is how you fasten it. When you fasten it, the belt is really fastened. When you unfasten it, it's really loose. And if you need to tension the belt, here is the belt tensioner, which pushes actually the engine over here. And this is how you tension the belt perfectly.